Welcome back to DPL. Joining me now is former Dallas Cowboy great and three-time Super Bowl champ. Mr. Kevin Smith is with us in the house.
What's going on, Drew? How you doing?
Looking good, man. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, Drew.
Yeah? Right on.
I need to, I'm about 30 pounds over my playing weight, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good.
Hey, as long as your health is there, carry that weight, all is good. But look here, welcome to the show, and congratulations on being a three-time Super Bowl champ, man. That must be something that you're really proud of, huh?
Yeah, it's great, Drew, and funny thing is, this past weekend they had a big autograph show in Houston, and it was, it's been 20 years since the last Super Bowl.
Wow.
It'll be 20 years this year.
Wow.
And it was great to see some of the guys. I mean, Dion was there, Mike was there, Troy Aikman was scheduled to be there. He didn't come, but Mark Stepnoski was there.
Stepnoski came out of the shadows?
You wouldn't believe. If he walked through the door right now, you wouldn't recognize him. Stepnoski is 175 pounds.
No way.
Oh, it was unbelievable. But
this guy played center.
He played center. He's up in Vancouver, and he's got a different agenda. Yeah.
Okay, we know what he's doing.
You know what he's doing up there. But it was Darren Woodson was there. Thomas. It was just great to see those guys, and it just doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Yeah.
Long ago that we were running around. I mean, I'm sure you feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah, and with the current regime, we don't get to have a chance to have alumni functions where we can all get together.
Right.
So a lot of times it is when you're doing appearances and stuff like that, you see your guys.
Right. Someone else puts it together. And the last time that we actually had an event like that was, again, an autograph session. It was in Chicago. And, the guys, some of us still live in the same city. We see each other in passing, but you don't get to share that good time that you had in the locker room. But, we had so much, the Herschel Walker trade was truly the reason why we were able to do some of those things in the 90s, to stockpile the talent, to draft picks. And, Jimmy Johnson and Jerry, whoever pulled that trade off, they really made it was a trade of the decade. Trade of probably all NFL history.
Oh, yeah, NFL history, the biggest trade ever for the Dallas Cowboys, no doubt. Because the way it turned out for the Cowboys, it's probably the biggest in NFL history. Remember the name Isaac Holt.
Isaac Holt. Well, Isaac was able to, I watched a replay of Jimmy Johnson's deal on NFL Network where they talked about how did the trade go down, and he said he was going to cut all those players that came from Minnesota, because if he cut all the players, they were going to pick up the draft picks. But Isaac Holt was able to hang around, and he got one of the Super Bowls out of that deal. And Isaac Holt was a big part of what we did in '92. Yeah,
he turned out to be a great player.
Great special team player.
Absolutely. Now, before you got to A&M, you played high school ball in West Orange, right? And then you had a chance to go to LSU. And
correct.
And then you decided on A&M. But you also had a chance with LSU to be a wide receiver. Now, how can anybody in their right mind give up wide receiver for a defensive back?
Well,
that's where you went to A&M to play DB. You had 9 touchdowns your senior year.
Right.
Now, I know on the other side, on defense, you had 12 interceptions. But, man, you must have been doing something on the offensive side to get 9 touchdowns.
And we ran a veer offense, too, Drew.
Wow.
So
you were throwing the ball that much.
We threw the ball maybe 10 times a game. But, I mean, I was kind of caught between LSU and A&M because both my parents are from Louisiana.
Oh,
my father's from a little city called LeCount, and my mother was from Church Point.
Okay.
And my grandmother is 100 years old, still lives in LeCount, Louisiana right now. She's living. So I was caught between LSU and A&M, but what sold me on A&M was R.C. Slocum.
Okay.
R.C. Slocum was from Orange, Texas, and the funny thing, when he came on to visit me on my in-home coach visit, he knocked on the front door and he walked in the house. He's talking to my mom. He's like, I've been in this house before.
Right.
And my mom's like, well, there used to be a doctor here, Dr. Rittersill. We bought the house from him. He said, you know what? The last time I was in this house was on my prom date. I was dating his daughter.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was the last time he had walked into the house. So he won both nights. I mean, he didn't marry that Dr. Rittersill's daughter, but he did get me to come to A&M. So that was kind of the deciding factor. And the receivers were, Drew, they were bigger. They were getting bigger. Everybody was going for the Chris Carter and the Michael Irvin.
Okay.
And the run and shoot was kind of the new offensives coming out. And, A&M recruited me. We said, we need DBs, and you're going to be able to play your first year early in your career. So that's kind of how I went to A&M. But I still wanted to catch the ball and do some things.
I bet.
It's more fun to catch the ball.
Well, you had 20 interceptions in the NFL, so you still caught the ball when it threw you away.
I had 20 interceptions.
Oh, see that?
Yeah,
right on. Quickly, what are you doing now? What keeps Kevin Smith busy now in his life after football?
Well, I'm busy with Game Day Sports. You know,
Nice,
we've done some
absolutely.
events with them. I kind of consult with those guys, and it's been good. Drew, you know how it is dealing with some of these different autograph promoters and event promoters. You don't find the good ones. And so when I met this group, I really felt good about consulting with them and trying to give them, make it easier for the players. So we go out, we've done some good stuff.
Yeah, you
with
got
Budweiser.
Drew involved in that because of your participation.
Right. So I work with them closely. The event we just did in Houston they were a big part of that. I'm also working with UA Agents, which is Scott Castline. You may remember him.
Yes, absolutely.
So I don't help recruit his players, but what I do is I help him evaluate his players, and then we do some training with him. I do more of the skills training. So I've been doing that for about 5 years, and we got about 20 guys in the league, which is good. And then I'm kind of in the restaurant business that's turned into more of a club lounge. And as I told you earlier, we just pay the bills. We pay the landlord. We don't make a whole bunch of money on it, but it's fun. It keeps me busy. And, I'm excited about that. I have a 21-year-old that's graduating from Spelman next year.
Congratulations.
And my 13-year-old girl, Elizabeth Smith, she's probably one of the best 12-year-olds. She's 13 now. She just turned 13 on the 27th. Probably one of the best basketball players in the country.
Wow.
For a 12-year-old girl.
Wow. With all that going on, I'm sure you stay busy.
Well, the AAU basketball.
Yeah.
So you know how that is. It can keep you real busy.
Well, you're looking good, man. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be part of Drew Pearson Live.
I'm so happy to be here, Drew, to be sitting next to you.
Kevin Smith, 3-time Super Bowl champ, right here on Drew Pearson Live. Stay tuned because more of DPL comes up right after this.